I wouldn't mind you if I was talking and you wanted my attention, for you to walk up and say, hey, do you mind Wynter coming and walking with me?
You want me to fight?
So you'll see with Wynter. You'll see with Wynter that when she says, obviously, I wouldn't mind if I was talking and you wanted my attention, and saying, do you mind, Wynter, if we walk with me? I'm going to say this one more time so you understand what I'm saying. She says, I wouldn't mind if I was talking and you wanted my attention. So guess what she's doing? She was talking to somebody, male or female. And what she's saying here is that I wouldn't mind if I was in the midst of a conversation and you came up and wanted to have a conversation with me. Right? Because that would then show two things. If it was a woman, it would show to other women, this guy likes me, he's willing to come and take me from another woman. That shows that woman, listen, he feeling me, right? If it was a man, that also shows to the other man, okay, he's willing to fight for me, right? And this is going to go to what she's going to talk about in a
You know, if you got to choke a brother out for some time with me, I'm for it. That's my boo right there.
second. If it's a man, it's going to show to that other man, oh, that man is willing to fight for me, that he's willing to come in front of another guy and take me from. Because what you need to understand about men is this. Men want the road that's easily traveled. And men are, that's why we call them kingdoms, because they are kings of a certain domain. Now, when territory is breached, war ensues, because you instantly become an enemy. So if a man is going to take another girl from underneath the nose of another man, that is war. That is war. And women do the same thing. When a woman comes into the space of another queen, and the other queen senses that this girl is trying to come and take her place on the throne, what happens? War. Same thing with Adriana and Denise. And so what here she's explaining here, Jay clocks it. Jay clocks her behavior and says, wait, you want me to fight for you, basically, yeah? Right? And they're going to turn this into a joke, but it's really serious. Oh, you want me to fight for you? Right? He's
Wynter coming and walking with me.
You want me to fight for you? You want me to hit somebody with a shoulder shiver in the throat and then just...
Why not?
Okay, he's in what part of her conversation did she say about fight for me? She said, I wouldn't mind if I was talking and you wanted to come and talk to me. Why did she give that example? And why did he clock the way he clocked? He clocked it because he interpreted what she was really saying. You want me to fight for you. You want me to woo you. You want me to collect you. You understand, right? And so, and what she needed to do in this scenario actually was to say, no, I don't want you to fight over me. You know what I'm saying? What I want is your attention. I want your desire. We need to get to a place where all of us, including myself, are actually just more brazen and just straight to the point. Listen, hey, because the whole fight for you is actually a mask, okay, of actually what you really want. Okay, imagine a diamond that's not refined. That's what it is. Okay, it's the mask covering the truthfulness of it. Because now she goes and she confirms obviously about the fight for you. She goes, yeah, why not? She agreed.
In the throat and then just...
Why not?
I got her.
You know, if you got to choke a brother out for some time with me,
So she's agreeing to his premise about the fact that I want you to fight for me, because what she's going to interpret you fighting for me as is desire. And what I want to point you out to you guys is this, you know, something can seem functional when it's dysfunctional, right? And, you know, something can seem normal when it's not normal, you know? And so this whole, I want a man to fight for me, it's not normal.
I'll be right here when you get out, baby. right. You know, I'm a peaceful bro.
Like, when man fight over gal, war ensues. Because the pride of a man, okay, does not allow him to say, hey, I'm not going to take that line down. I'm ready to go rounds if you're ready to go rounds. You feel what I'm saying? So when women say they want to fight over you, what they really want to communicate is, I want to feel desired and I want to feel wanted. I want to feel special. And sometimes people can have, I call it dysfunctional attitudes, and it presents itself as normal. And even in our society, we present it as normal. I spoke to you guys about this, about put me in my place situation. I said it's a normal for a lot, especially in our black community. It is normal for us to say, oh, put me in my place. And it's a normal thing, but it actually is not. Because when you look at the definition of put me in my place, it's to do with letting the person know that they are not of the same rank as you. So it's not normal. But there is some truth to it, and the person is trying to communicate something. And so in this, when they talk about, I want me to fight for you, why does Jay say then, or why does Jay go and say, I'm not?
Right. You know, I'm a peaceful brother, man.
Right. I know that Joy has a very strong connection with Jay.
He wants to let her know, I'm not coming here to fawn over you. I'm not coming to fall over heels for you. No. I'm not here to fight other man for you. No, darling. That's not me. Jay ain't about that life. You understand? So let's take this. Look at it. Let me break this down for you. So if you want the man to fight for you and fight for your attention, please listen to this. Just listen to what I'm going to say. It's problematic because the guys that are men, and not all of them, but a majority of men, when they grow up, they want peace and not war. The guys that grow up as men do not want war, they want peace. Okay? And so if I have to go through another man to get to you, oftentimes guys do not want to do that. Why? Because there's so many gal out there. There's so many. It's a competitive world. There is no need to fight on this level. You understand? And most of the guys who will respond to this type of energy are problematic because they're willing to fight. Do you know what I'm saying? That means oftentimes they are combative. They probably end up and they're probably insensitive because in order to take you from another person, I need to start thinking in a war mode, which is you're my enemy, you're my enemy, you're my enemy. And when that person's in that mode, they are combative, they lack sensitivity. You know what I'm saying? They just don't care. That's the reason why they're doing what they're doing. That's the reason why they're fighting over you. That's the reason why they're able to fight other man over you. And I'm not saying that Wynter said, I want a man to fight over me, like literally fight other man. But I'm talking about the energy that is being put out
In the throat and then just, I got her.
there, and why certain men will come and reply to that energy, right? So if you're listening to this, just understand what I'm saying. And so another man taking you from another guy feeds your ego. Look, this is egotistical. I want you to just deep this because it's scary. Because I say it's scary because a lot of us don't think about why we do certain things. If you want a guy to fight over you and to show other man that he really wants you, like to show the world like this, oftentimes it's your ego that's actually talking. You have an ego, just like guys have an ego, and you want that ego to be pleased. Right? So that ego is being shown now. Like I said, if it was a woman that you're talking to and a guy has to come over and take you away from, okay, it shows that woman that, hey, this guy really likes her. Like, oh, hold on a minute. He's just calling me over. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? That's feeding your ego, okay? Because you get to show that girl that someone really likes you, yeah? If it's a guy, that guy gets to show that guy that he really wants you, and you get to show, and you two get the ego boost as well, because like, oh, I'm so sorry, like he's calling me, I've got to go, right? But it's an ego thing, right? And so a lot of these stuff's rooted up, and I know it's the darkest part of us. It's the ego, wanting to feel that attention, to feel desired and wanted. You understand? Okay.
Right. You know, I'm a peaceful brother, man.
Right.
But the problem is that men oftentimes want the easiest road to travel. They want the easiest road to travel. As men grow up and become more mature, more experienced in life, they want peace and not war. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say on that point. Okay, and so they have a little joke and go, if you got to choke a brother for some time with me, and they joked around about if I like, right?
Oh, if you got to choke a brother out for some time with me.
Right? And then he goes, but look, I'm a peaceful brother. So although they were joking around, he makes it known again. Look, I'm a peaceful brother. So basically what he's saying is, I'm not going to be fighting over you. Okay, even though we see him in the next episode going to take her from Anthony.
Yeah? Why every time I see you got my girl with you, bro?
Anthony doesn't fight hard enough.
Listen, Jay's a very smart, intelligent man. He will not make a move unless it benefited him, or two, it was a given, right? Remember, she's already stated to him she doesn't mind him. Okay, coming over when she's talking to somebody else. So when he does this to Anthony, it's already a calculated move. The risk has already been assessed. And the Bible lets us know, listen as well, that a man should, before he builds, he should count the cost. So it's about, he's calculated the move. If Anthony rejects the move, Jay can be like, listen, look, I don't even want no war, you know what, Wynter, I'll talk to you later. Right? but he would have still done his job because he came over to try and take her away. He's not gonna have to fight the man for it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's almost like the Alexis situation with last season. Alexis was at London and the Brent situation. When London came to talk to Alexis, bruv, Brent had to submit. Brent had to submit. It's that simple. So the same thing here. You know, Anthony's probably not going to fight. And we see doesn't really fight. And, you know, he's like, Jay's all saying, like, you know, what you do, my girl, da 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 da. All that Jay is doing is simply watering the patch enough for her to desire him. His number one is not Wynter. It is joy. Okay? So Jay's not looking for no stress upon his head. You understand? Yeah? He's not looking for that stress. He's not looking to fight for no gal. Although I understand what the woman's saying. So I want to make it very clear. The words that you're looking to, let's normalize this. Be true. Because the reason why we have this, I want a man to fight with me, they are all defense mechanisms. And the best form of defense is attack. They're all defense mechanisms, and they're all things that are smoke screens to shield us from being vulnerable, feeling shame, feeling embarrassed, feeling pain from being rejected if it goes wrong, right? And what's the pain? Me being vulnerable and being rejected. So if I say to you, oh, you know, I really like you, and you know what, Jay, I just want you to desire me. You know, I want more. I want you to desire me. I want to feel wanted. Right? If we say it like that, we've said it out in the open. Therefore, if we say it out in the open now and we get rejected, that's more painful. No, if I play a game though, if I inadvertently play a game though, and I get to that point, if you decide you don't want it, and if I can say, well, that's not what I actually meant because I never said it outright. It's a smokescreen. It's to stop us from being hurt when we're being vulnerable and laying our heart on the line to someone. And so I think with Wynter, she's a gamma type of woman. And gamma woman, I said to you guys about alpha, beta, omega, delta. Gamma women love to be chased, okay? And they love to be caught.
For you to walk up and say, hey, do you mind Wynter coming and walking with me?
And that sounds about right when she says, I want you to come and collect me. Like when I'm talking to somebody, it's about being chased and being caught. The gamma woman, they're not dominating, but it takes a strong-willed man to put them under. Jay's a strong-willed man, okay? She knows her worth and what man should have her time. I believe she knows her worth. You know, just because you've been hurt in the past doesn't mean you don't know your worth. She's goal-orientated and never likes to waste her time. So I believe she's a gamma woman, and that chase and wanting to be desired just needs to be converted in a different way, because it sends a signal out to certain type of guys. You know when people ask you like, why do I keep attracting the same kind of guys? It's the energy we put out. And I know as a Christian, someone might say, well, energy. No, but there is a psychological thing that begins to work through your actions, the way you talk, the way you move, what clothes you wear. Like there is a whole bunch of signals being sent. Context as well, where you're standing, where you are, what you're standing, facial expression, body language, all of it is controlled up here. If you feel a certain way, it comes out. Why is it when you're angry, you go like this? You haven't said anything, but it's now wearing on the outside. And so there are certain thoughts that we have. So the Bible says, so a man thinketh, so is he. You know, the way that we act oftentimes is a heart issue. So when you have things in your heart in a certain way, or you view things in a certain way in your heart, it's going to play out in your actions. So when I say energies, that's what I mean. So guys, if you're new to the channel, again, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you returnees, well, make sure you know the mineral gang. You get me? Don't forget as well to sign up to our Patreon, Little Black Book 91. Join aboard the team. We've got some great content coming for you guys behind the scenes. And also join our Patreon, The Marriage Council UK. It'll be in the description below. If you want some marriage advice, counsel, and them kind of things there, that's the place to be. So guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the what? Uploads, guys. Appreciate you. Stay locked and stay loaded.